Hi, this is Debbie Kaufman, your Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and I'm going to show you a couple Christmas cards today. This is the first one we'll be doing at the card class tomorrow at Barefoot Mercantile. Very simple card. As for the layout, it's just a little bit of die cutting. I'm using Night of Navy cardstock, 8.5 by 4.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. Then I'm also using the horse and sleigh, one horse sleigh designer paper, and I cut that just a little bit smaller than this. This is 5 1/4 by 4, and I used the Grassy dies for that, and then just a little bit, cut this one a little bit smaller, and then die cut those. Okay. The Merry Christmas comes from Very Cute, and the inside sentiment, we wish you a Merry Christmas, comes from the Merriest Trees. This is the kit. You have your envelope, which I'll set aside. You have a little bag. There'll be a little bag with the die cut leaves with the red rhinestones. And this one, the inside is going to be different than this one. That will layer here. See how it's just amazing that looks? And then of course your inside, and then your cardstock. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and burnish the cardstock. I think this is cut straight. Let me get a different one. This one's not cut straight. I don't know, I must have been sleeping when I did that one. Okay. And we'll go ahead and burnish. Now you want to be careful on the glue because you don't want glue in this area. So I'm just going to add a little bit of glue here. Can you see it? Okay. And this is going to be this way. You can see the back side of the paper too is also gorgeous. And I will just layer that on top of here. See, it's just a hair smaller. That's just so pretty. And then that layers on here. So it is just a great card that you can make many of. It's Night of Navy, and then the Grassy Grove is Misty Moonlight paper. Okay, we'll set that there. The inside I stamped in Night of Navy, and I'm going to use my little cushion because of the photopolymer stamp sets. It gives a little bit better inking. Should have been better organized. Okay, we're going to just go ahead and some pressure, just light pressure. Let it set for a few seconds. And while I have the ink out and that's drying, I'm going to go ahead and stamp my envelope. I just use the snowflakes from the polar bear. And you can do however many you want. And we'll close up the ink. Well, actually, I need to stamp my Merry Christmas too, don't I? I'm really coordinated today. Oh, I got some ink on there. Okay, my Merry Christmas is going to go right up across here. The technique is just so you know that you don't have to stamp on white to make a sentiment. You can actually stamp on the cardstock. Put my head in the way here. See, and so again, it's just a little tiny technique, and I used to think, oh, you have to stamp on white and then make a label and all this stuff. You don't. You don't have to do that. I'm going to go ahead and put this on the inside before I get too much of my Night of Navy all over everything. Let's do a different one here. So as you can tell, when I'm doing this video, I thought I was prepared with everything, but not necessarily. We'll see if the next two get better. And that's going to go on the inside. Now this is an extra piece that I cut off. The One Horse Open Sleigh designer paper comes in 6x6. So when I cut my designer paper to fit for this card, I have this extra left over. So I thought, why not put it on the inside? Let's use up our designer paper. Or you could put the trees on the inside. Whatever you want to do. It's just another way of not wasting your designer paper, still getting to use it. And it just kind of adds just a little bit of the inside. Okay. Almost through with this card. See how quickly that went together? Then we have these little, I'm going to put some little glue dots behind the leaves. You could put drops of glue. Some people have some really tiny applicator things that they could use. You could use, and this die came out of Grassy Grove. Instead of using green, I used gold. And we just will add our red rhinestones. Gives it that Christmas feel. And, oops, get it in this thing here. And you have one of the cards. So with the 6x6 designer paper, you get a lot of Christmas cards. So that's a way you can go ahead and make up some Christmas cards ahead of time. This is Debbie, thank you, and I'll be back with the next card here very shortly.